Hey everybody, this is Steve Krause, and I'm coming at you from my home office just to sort of give you an update on some stuff we're doing here as the semester rolls up. The thing about this class that is kind of interesting for me is in terms of scheduling stuff is I tend to kind of front load it, which means that, and also there's a lot of projects that are kind of going on simultaneously. And so what that means is that we have some time at the end of the semester to finish stuff up, and which is good, especially this semester because of what's coming up next week. But I just wanted to go over some of the scheduling issues and just make sure everybody's on the same page. First off, about next week, I'm actually going to be out of town starting on Monday through Sunday. I'm going to be going to the major conference in my field, the Conference for College Composition and Communication. And one thing I'll mention is that you can kind of follow some of what happens at the conference if you follow the hashtag on Twitter for the hashtag CCCC11. And if you do a search for that on Twitter, then you'll see people updating about different things that they're going to. But anyways, the thing that's important for our purposes is that I won't be able to meet with anybody face-to-face next week. Although I haven't really had to meet with many of you face-to-face during the term as it is. If something comes up, I will be online pretty steadily while I'm at the conference, and I've already blocked out Tuesday and probably Friday, maybe Thursday during the day, to do a lot of work stuff back at the hotel. So I will certainly be around. Around the online class. I just won't be around here. Okay. Now let's talk about the schedule for the last week and a half. So by the Monday, tomorrow, I'm recording this on Sunday, you should be wrapping up your peer review for the social media project, and we'll be beginning peer review on the content strategy portfolio on Wednesday. Now, just to sort of so anyways, hopefully you have an idea of what the social media project is looking like in terms of an essay, and you've gotten some good feedback. If you have questions or whatever, be sure to ask, and we can have that dialogue back and forth. The final version of the reflective essay for the social media is due on Friday, April 8th. Now, what we'll also be starting next week is a content strategy portfolio review. And this is a little different because I haven't tried this assignment before, but this is basically what I'm looking for, and I'll try to explain this a little bit more in a written assignment on Wednesday. I'm hoping that everybody has on their WordPress.com 444 portfolio page a place on that site where you are linking to and have copies of all of the content strategy exercises that you've done. And then there will be some sort of essay, a very brief essay that basically talks about each one of these projects that you did and what you did as part of it and how you see it fitting into the writing program website. So in that sense, it really is a portfolio of material. It's not just an essay where, like in the social media final reflective essay, that's really just an essay where we're reflecting on the process. What I'm looking for here in the essay that you write is something that's kind of a cover letter, if you will, for the portfolio materials that you put together. That's why it's a kind of a short essay. I think that I said something like less than 500 words, or not less than 500 words, but the assignment says, I'm looking at the assignment right now, 1,000 or so words, which to me is about 4 pages, which I think is really short. And that's why it's a short essay. And, again, just trying to explain what it is that you did. Making connections to the readings would be great. Making connections with the process of how you interact with other people, also a great thing. But really just summing up the work that you did. You need to have that ready for review from your classmates no later than Wednesday, April 6th, or I'll dock you a letter grade for that. And like I said, the final essay for the reflective essay is due on Friday, April 8th. And then we get into this weird last kind of half week. And this is kind of the problems of the semester this term because it's a little shorter than it normally would be. But anyways, all we're going to be doing when I come back to town in week 14 is essentially wrapping stuff up. The content strategy portfolio peer review will wrap up on a Monday or so. The final version of that is due at the end of time. And the only other thing we'll be doing, not next week, but I guess it is kind of next week because today is Sunday. But the only other things we'll be doing on the week of week 14 is just kind of wrapping stuff up. Now, let me say something about the end of time. The end of time for the class is April 15th at 5 p.m. Michigan time. Now, by the end of time, you need to turn into me your contents, well, not turn in, but you need to be finished with your content strategy, portfolio, and essay. And it's not so much you would actually turn any of this stuff in because it's all going to be on your website. So it just needs to be done by then. And it's got to be done, like I said, at the end of time because that's the end of the semester for us. Now, what do I mean by the end of time? Well, on April 15th at 4:59 p.m., everything's fine. Birds are singing, children are playing, happiness for one and all. But on April 15th at 5:01 p.m., time itself ceases to exist. There's something to avoid. A blackness, a black hole. Ah! I always like doing that. What I mean by that is this. There is no after April 15th at 5 p.m. If you were to say to me, hey, Steve, is there any way that I could wrap up this last part of the class on April 16th? I would say there is no April 16th. Okay? So keep that in mind as a very firm and fixed deadline. I don't think it's going to be a problem for the way this class is set up because I think that people will have a little bit of time a little bit of breathing room to finish stuff up, but still something just to remember. Okay, I think that's about it. Like I said, I'll be gone next week, but I'll be here online and finish stuff up for the term, and we'll make a mad dash to the end. Okay, thanks.